Good evening, everybody. This is Robert welcoming you to another exciting edition of Inside Pitch, the 1985 season replay, as we are now in the heart of the pennant race. Today's date is September 19th. We are at Veterans Stadium for tonight's game between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Philadelphia Phillies. This is one very important game. The St. Louis Cardinals right now, 77 wins. The Phillies, 76 wins. The Phillies are one half game back of the Cardinals for third place. Remember, top three make the play in each division, make the playoffs. So these games are getting more and more important as we go deeper and deeper into the pennant race. So everybody ought to buckle up. And this game should be exciting here at Veterans Stadium. Philip Reynolds is first to join us here at Veterans Stadium. I've not seen the Mats. I'll have to catch them when I can. Not a problem. Sounds good. Looking forward to seeing them. Veterans Stadium. In my opinion, if it wasn't for the Tropicana field, Veterans Stadium would be the worst. One of the worst stadiums ever. Nothing like playing on turf-covered concrete. Don't know how the Phillies and any team played at that park. I have no idea how they did it, but they did. Very interesting game tonight between the Redbirds and the Phils. Should be exciting. Let's see what we got. Starting pitcher for the Phillies in this game was Dave Rucker. 3 wins, 2 losses, a save, a 4.31 ERA. He got the call today for the Fighting Phils. Cardinals, 77-67. Philly, 76-67. The Phillies won this game 6-3 historically. We're going to see if the Cardinals turn it around. Let's get things started here. Top of the first, leading off for the Cardinals will be left fielder Vince Coleman. Batted .267 that year in 85. And, of course, Vince Coleman was the Rickey Henderson wannabe. Bob's Tabletop Sports joins us here at Veterans Stadium. Rucker's first pitch is a 5-6. That's a strikeout chance, and the 14 is good. He gets Coleman. Veterans Stadium adds 1 to strikeouts, 2 to walks. Coleman is a 13 against lefties, but that +1 gets him to strike out. Strikeout number 1 for Rucker. Next batter is the center fielder, Willie McGee. Batted .353 last year for the 85 Redbirds. Tim Pepper joins us here at Veterans Stadium. Rucker's pitch, 5-5. Against a right switch, that is a blank. McGee gets to swing 2-2, star 3, and a ground out to short. That is the second out. And next batter, second baseman Tommy Herr. Herr batted .302 that year for the Cardinals. He had 8 home runs in 85. Rucker looking on the pitch. And that's a 3-4. That's a home run ? Herr is hitting from the right side, a 1-3. That 4 is too high. Barely misses it. But Herr gets to swing 3-5, and he pops out to third. And a 1-2-3 inning for Rucker. Bottom of the first coming up. Starting pitcher for the Cardinals in this game was Matt Keough. This was his only start of the year for the 85 Cardinals. He was 0-1, a 4.50 ERA. Matt Keough, usually a reliever, but he got the start today for the Cardinals. Let's see if Keough can have a good game. Leading off for the Phillies, left fielder Jeff Stone. Pitch from Keough. That's a 5-2. It's a blank. Stone gets to swing 4-3. It's a star 3, and he grounds it to second. That's the first out. And here is second baseman Juan Samwell. 19 homers that year in 85. 264 average. Keough's pitch, 2-2. Strikeout chance, 6. Got him. Struck him out. Strikeout number 1 for Keough. He had only 10 of them in 85, but remember, he didn't pitch many innings. He's actually a fringe player, hence his card doesn't look exactly like the others. But he is printed on cardstock. So, and I have no problem with that. Here's the next batter is Von Hayes, center fielder for the Phillies. Keough's pitch, 2-1. That's a wild pitch, ball 1. Do it again. Keough will pitch, 1-5. That's a blank. He's not tired. Hayes gets the swing, 1-3, and that's a base hit past second base. Hayes gets a 2-out base knock. He'll hold it first with 2 outs, and that brings up the first baseman, the Michael Jack Schmidt. 33 home runs in 85. Checking on a strat, and that is a 17, nothing happening. Keough will pitch. 6-5, that's a hit by pitch. That 9, got him. Schmidt is a 3, but plus 10 from Keough makes it a 13, and he plunks Michael Jack Schmidt. He'll have to go to first. And that is now runners at first and second on a hit batter. Next up for the Phillies is right fielder Glenn Wilson. 275 average, 14 homers. 2 outs, runners at first and second. Checking strat, that's a 20. Keough has no pickoff move, so Keough will pitch. That's a 3-2. Strikeout chance, 12. Got him. Struck out Wilson, and the inning is over. Strikeout number 2 for Keough. So no runs and a hit for the Phillies. After 1, no score. We'll see how long Keough can go. He can only pitch to 12 batters before fatiguing. So we'll see how long he can go here. Top of the second coming up. Leading off for the Cardinals will be Jack Clark. He is in right field for this game. Rucker will pitch. And that's a 3-1 against a righty. It's a blank. Clark gets the swing. 2-4. It's a fly out to left. Out number 1. And the next batter for the Cardinals will be first baseman Cesar Cedano. Yep, your eyes are not tricking you. Cedano was traded from the Reds late in the year. Cedano was on the Reds. He is now on the Cardinals. Rucker's pitch, 2-1. That's a blank. Cedano gets the swing, 5-2, and that's a fly out to left. 2 outs, and now the batter is third baseman Terry Pendleton. Rucker with the pitch, 4-4, walk plus 10. That 15 will do it. He'll walk. Pendleton against the lefty is a 4, plus 10 is 14. Veteran Stadium adds 2, and that will allow Pendleton to walk. So we get some help from the ballpark. And it gives a chance for shortstop Ozzie Smith to come up to bat with a runner on base. Strat says a 2. Pendleton. What do we do here? 12. Steal attempt there is a steal attempt. 12. Rucker's a 0. Virgil's a +1, a 1-13. A 1-13 with Smith at bat. That'd be a 65% chance. No, we'll let Smith swing away. Rucker with the pitch. 5-4 against the switch hitter right. That is a blank. Smith will swing 2-2, and he lines it to third for the final out of the inning. Nothing there for the Cardinals, but they do strand a base runner. Bottom of the second coming up. Leading off for the Fighting Phils, catcher Ozzie Virgil. Steeler fan joins us here at Veteran Stadium. Keough with the pitch. 5-4, strikeout chance. 9, got him. That is strikeout number 3 for Keough. He gets the first out, and that will bring up third baseman Rick Keough. I'm sorry, no, my bad. Keough was batting 8th. I'm sorry, it's Luis Aguayo. Had the batting order mixed up. Luis Aguayo was the batter, and he is the shortstop. Keough with the pitch. 1-3, that's a strikeout chance. The 11 is high. Aguayo gets the swing. 6-1, and he flies out to center. That is out number 2, and now Keough gets the bat. Keough will pitch, and that's 5-5. Error on a grounder. Keough will swing 2-6. That's a fly ball to center field, and of course there's no error. And a 1-2-3 inning by Keough. At the end of 2, no score. In this very important game here at Veteran Stadium between the Cardinals and the Phillies. The Phillies 1/2 game back to St. Louis for third place. Leading off for the Cardinals will be the catcher, Tom Nieto. Pitch from Rucker, and that's a 1-4 against a righty. It's a blank. Nieto gets the swing, 1-4. Star 3, and he grounds it to short. That's the first out. That does bring up the pitcher, Matt Keough. He will come up to swing. He does not have his own batting card, so we use the Cardinal pitcher card. Rucker will pitch. 6-4, strikeout chance, and that's good enough. He will strike Keough out. They have a 26 on there, so that is not going to happen there, and that is out number 2 as Rucker picks up a K. And that is the second strikeout for Rucker. He had 41 of them in 85. Top of the order for the Cardinals, here's Coleman. Coleman is 0 for 1. Rucker with the pitch. That's a 5-4, and against the switch hitter right, it's a blank. Coleman gets the swing, 4-6, and he pops out to short. And that's another 1-2-3 inning by Rucker. We go to the bottom of the third. Leading off for the Phillies is their pitcher, Dave Rucker, who will also have to use the Philly card, as Rucker does not have his own batting card. Keough will pitch. That's a 2-5. Range play. Rucker gets the swing, 1-5, and that is a strikeout. And that is strikeout number 4 for Keough. That's a straight strikeout on the card, so that's an automatic K, no range play, out number 1. And that will bring up Jeff Stone. Stone is 0 for 1. Pitch from Keough, 5-2. That's a blank. Stone gets the swing, 3-1. Star 5 and a ground out to second. Stone grounds out to second for the second time in the ball game. Here's Samwell. Matt Keough looking good so far. Here's the pitch. And that's a 6-3 strikeout chance. 13, got him, struck him out. Has a 12, but +1 is 3. 13 for Veteran Stadium. That is a 13. And Keough is pitching very well. That is strikeout number 5 and a 1-2-3 inning for Keough. At the end of 3, no score. We go to the top of the 4th inning. Leading off for the Redbirds will be Willie McGee. McGee is 0 for 1. Rucker with the pitch. 6-1, double question mark. That is a 20. It's too high for either side, so it's a blank. McGee gets the swing, though, and that's a 6-3, and it's a base hit past short. Single for McGee. And that is the first hit off of Rucker. And the Cardinals get a man on first. And that brings up Tommy Herr. Infield goes to halfway. Checking the strat, that is an 11. Nothing happening. McGee doesn't get the steals, doesn't get the jump. So Rucker will pitch to Herr. And that's a 1-6. Range play at the park. Veterans Stadium says 5-4. It's a ground ball to second base. The ball is hit to Samwell. His range is a 4, but the infield halfway makes it a 3. And he'll make the play. Is it a double play? Grounder to 1. Ground double play is 1. Nothing from Rucker. Halfway is a 2. The shortstop, Aguayo, has no adjustment. A 1-2, they turn it. And that is a 3. McGee has great speed with a base running rating of 5. Becomes a 4 with the infield halfway. He will make second. The only play was to first. That brings up the dangerous Jack Clark. Clark batted .281 with 22 homers in 85 for the Cardinals. He is 0 for 1. Infield is now normal. Rucker with the pitch. 6-6, error on a throw. Clark will swing 3-2, and that is a base hit to third base. That's a single to third, and the ball is hit to Keough. His error rating is a 13. That is a 12, and that's going to be a single and a one-base error. It will score McGee. That's a single and an error. It's an infield single, and then a bad throw by Keough throws it away. So that's a single and an E5. McGee will come in to score. Clark is going to wind up on second, and it's 1-0 Cardinals. On a big bad error there. On a bad error by Keough. First error on the Phillies. And the next batter is Cedano with a runner on second. Still 1 out. Checking the strat. A 1. Clark is nothing happening going on. No play, no hit and run or anything like that. So an unearned run for Dave Rucker. He will pitch. And that's a 1-2. Another range play. Cedano gets the swing. That's a 5-3, and it's a fly ball to right field. The ball is hit to Glenn Wilson. His range is a 5. He'll make the catch. That is out number 2. Jack Clark with a base running rating of 2. He will not attempt to go to third. He'll hold there automatically. That's out. That's the second out, and the batter now is Pendleton. Although a fly ball to right field, I can still go ahead and make the throw, but I'll leave Clark at second. I don't think he'd go over there anyway. So Clark will stay at second. Pendleton the batter. 2 outs. And the strat says a 6, nothing happening. Rucker will pitch. And that's a 1-3. And against a righty switch, that's a home run chance. Pendleton against the lefty is a 5. That is a 10. Too high. But Pendleton does get the swing. And that's a 1-3. And he chops it to second base to end the inning. 1 run on 2 hits and an error. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Matt Keough is due to be tired after this next batter. I'm going to see how long I can keep him out there. But if he gets in trouble, I'll yank him. Here's Von Hayes, who'll lead off for the Phillies. Keough is due to bat third, so they like to see if he can complete the fourth. Keough will pitch to Hayes. Keough, 5-5. Error on a grounder. Error on a grounder. Hayes will swing. 5-4. And that is a double into center field. A double hit to center. And the ball is hit to McGee. His error rating is a 10. That's a 13. He will not make an error. He's got it, and he'll throw it in. Hayes will stop at second base. Hayes now has a single and a double. Leadoff man there. Leadoff man there on for the Fightin' Phils. Now the batter is Mike Schmidt. And I really wanted Keough to see if he can go a little longer, but now he is tired, according to his batters faced, and a single one will get him out of there. So the Phillies are going to yank him. He actually did last about 4 innings in the actual game, so he did his job. Not the Phillies. The Cardinals will yank him, and we'll see a new pitcher against right. Let's see who the Cardinals want to bring in. And they're going to go with... let's see. Oh, I want the Cardinals to pitch. Timeout. I'm still here. Looking for a decent pitcher I want to bring in there. Should be at least a long reliever. It's going to be Bill Campbell. 5 wins, 3 losses, 3.50 ERA. Bill Campbell will come in. So Bill Campbell will pitch to Mike Schmidt here to start here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Runner on second base. Strat roll says a 2. Von Hayes got a very good chance to steal third. He's got a 14. Campbell adds 1, a 15. Nieto has a +1, a 16. Why not? 1 to 16. Hayes steals third. He's safe by a mile. He's going to walk there and got on a 3. He's safe by a mile. So the Phillies get the man on a third base now, as Von Hayes steals third. I'll re-roll the strat, see if anything happening here. That's a 16, now nothing. So Michael Jack Schmidt will bat now. Infield is going to be normal for the Cardinals. They're going to play for the out. Campbell's pitch, 5-5, range play. Schmidt will swing, 2-4. That's a ground ball to short. The ball is hit to Ozzie Smith. His range is a 4. And he makes it. He makes the play. The throws, Von Hayes is going to come home to score. The throw goes to first for the out. We're tied up. As the Cardinals decided to take the out for the run, and it's now a tie ball game, 1-1. Baseball Demos joins us here at Veteran Stadium. What happened to the St. Louis starter? I'll show you in a moment here. Next batter for the Phillies is Glenn Wilson. The St. Louis starter is Matt Keough. This was his only start of the season. His batters faced is 12. And he got into a little trouble. I had to yank him, but he did do well. Matt Keough pitched very well. Unfortunately, he will not get the decision here because the runner just scored. So it's a tie ball game. So that's why Bill Campbell's in there now. So 1 out, nobody on base now, tied at 1. Here's Wilson. Wilson struck out his last time up. Campbell with the pitch. 4-5, that's a blank. Wilson gets to swing. 4-3, star 4, ground out to third. And that's out number 2. And now the batter is Ozzie Virgil. Virgil is 0 for 1. Campbell with the pitch, 1-2. That's a blank. He's not tired. Virgil will swing, 5-1, and he flies out to right. And the inning is over. 1 run for the Phillies on 1 hit, a stolen base, and then a ground out. And we are tied at 1 after 4. Yeah, they do have a good bullpen. Philadelphia originally won this game 6-3, but the Cardinals looking to change history. The Phillies only a half game back of the Cardinals for 3rd place. Remember, top 3 make the playoffs in each division. So lots of important baseball left to play. Here's Ozzie Smith, who'll lead off for the Redbirds. Rucker pitching pretty well himself. Pitch to Smith, 4-4 from Rucker. That's a walk plus 10. That will send Smith to first. That's ball 4. And the next batter will be Tom Nieto. Infield halfway. Strat says a 3. Oh, Ozzie Smith definitely going to steal. 16-0 from Rucker. He'll be going on Virgil's a +1. A 1-17. Smith steals second base. And he's safe by a mile. He's in there standing up, 1 of 4. So Ozzie Smith's got good speed there. And he goes to second on a stolen base. Re-rolling Strat. A 5. This time, nothing happening. Now the infield is back. Ozzie Smith says, if you can steal bases, so can I. Smith on at second. Rucker will pitch. That's a 1-1. Strikeout chance. 1 got him. 1-1-1. Not easy when that comes up, but that's okay on Nieto. And that is strikeout number 3 for Rucker. And that's the first out. Pitcher due to bat, Bill Campbell, he will come out. And the Cardinals will go to the bench. Has to be the guy with the most at-bats, and it will be Andy Van Slyke. Van Slyke batted .259, 13 homers. He will pinch hit for the pitcher. Isn't that it? What? One an injury. There's no injury. I don't know what you mean on injury. Ozzie Smith on its second. We'll roll the Strat, see if anything happening. That is a 3. Let's see. 5 minus 1 is 4. Divided by 2. Nope. No hit and run with runners on second. So 1 out. Rucker will pitch to Van Slyke. That's a 4-4. That's a walk plus 10. That 9 will do it. And he walks Van Slyke. And now the Redbirds are in business. And a chance now for Coleman. Runners at first and second. They'll go talk to Rucker for a moment. See if he's okay. Now he gets back to the mound. Rucker will pitch to Coleman. 1 out here, but now the infield is halfway. Tied at 1. Re-rolling Strat. 20. Rucker has no pickoff chance. Rucker will pitch. That's a 4-2. That's a strikeout chance. 16 is too high. Coleman gets the swing. That's a 4-1, and that's going to be a base hit to left field. Single for Coleman. Ozzie Smith's base running rating is a 4. Single to left to get the home +1 is a 5. Jeff Stone is the left fielder for Philadelphia. He's +1. It's a 6. Smith will score without a problem there. Van Slyke's base running rating is a 4. Single to left to get the third -2 is a 2. And Stone adds 1. So a 1-3. Van Slyke is safe at third. 4-5 he holds. 6. Somebody's out. That is a 4. He will hold at second as the throw came in. So Van Slyke will stay at second base. But Smith comes in to score. It is an RBI single by Coleman. It's 2-1 Cardinals. Wonder if Strat rolls to generate enough chances for Coleman to steal 110 bases. Well, his attempt rating is a 14. So it still depends on the pitcher, but his attempt rating is a 14. I can see it probably happening if you did an 85 Cardinals replay. Not entirely sure, but probably, maybe. Runners at first and second, 1 out. Infield is still halfway. Now 2-1 Cardinals. Here's Willie McGee. McGee is 1 for 2. He's singled his last time up. Rucker still trying to see if he can get out this inning. He is due to bat third. Checking for Strat, and that is a 16, nothing happening. Rucker will go ahead and pitch, and that's a 5-2 against the switch hitter right. Base hit right up the middle. That is a single one. Van Slyke on a single one easily scores from second base without a problem. Vince Coleman's base running rating of a 5. He will make third. And McGee holds it first. A base hit right up the middle for McGee. And another run scores. It is now 3-1 Cardinals. And the batter is Tom Herr. Philly bullpen warming up. The Phillies are the ones that are a half game back. So they need to win this game, but against the Cardinals here. Rucker against Herr. Rucker is going to pitch. Now 3-1 Birds. The infield is still halfway. Still going to try they're going to try. I don't think, you know what? Even if call the infield in, getting Coleman out would be very close. They're going to go for the infield. They're going to play the infield halfway. Sorry about your Mets. Moose was just too. Oh, don't worry about it. Sometimes it happens. You get games like that. Coleman's first and third. Coleman on third. McGee on first. Rucker the batter. 1 out. Checking a Strat. And that is a 1. Oh, Coleman has a chance to steal home. But I don't think he'll do it. So Herr is going to stay there. McGee's got a chance, though, to steal first, second. Why not? I'll call off the steal of home. McGee 16, 0 from Rucker, and the catcher is Virgil. +1 is a 17. A 1-17, McGee steals. And he's safe, and a possible error. Throw by Virgil. His error rating is a 3. And it will not be an error, but McGee will steal second base. Coleman holds it third. I will not send him. So Willie McGee steals second base. As you can use the same dice roll for either side, as you're supposed to. And now runners at second and third. Herb will get a chance to swing. Check stat stroll again. That's a 15. This time nothing happening. Infield is now back. Runners at second and third. Rucker's pitch. Actually, infield's now in. 5-3. And that is a strikeout chance. 3 got him. He strikes out Herr. Boy, did he need that strikeout. That's strikeout number 4 for Rucker. And now the batter is Jack Clark. Now the infield will go back. Strat roll 18. Nothing happening. Rucker will go ahead and pitch to Clark. And that is a 3-2, and that's at the park. Veteran Stadium says 4-6, and a fly ball to center field. And that will end the inning. 2 runs for the Cardinals on 2 hits, 2 walks, a stolen base. We go to the bottom of the 5th. 3-1 Redbirds. You don't hit and run with a runner on second there, Phil. Well, you're really not supposed to. Leading off for the Phillies will be Luis Aguayo, and the Cardinals need a pitcher. So let's see. You got Wright, and a pinch hitter coming up. See who the Cardinals want to bring out the pitch, and they will go with... they're going to go with Bob Forsch. 9 wins, 6 losses, 2 saves, a 3.90 ERA. Bob Forsch had 15 relief appearances. That's good enough for me. He will come into pitch against Luis Aguayo to start the bottom of the 5th inning. Forsch with the pitch. And that's a 6-1. That's a blank. Aguayo gets the swing, 6-5. He grounds it to first. That's the first out. And the next batter will be Rick Keough. Force will pitch. That's a 3-3. And against a righty, that's a home run chance. Keough against a righty is a 4. That's a 9. It is too high. Keough misses a homer, but he does get the swing, 3-5, and he chops it to first. Out number 2. And we will see a batter for Dave Rucker as he is done. And the Phillies will bring in a pinch hitter. And let's see. Most at bats, I believe, is, yep. And coming on to pinch hit will be Tom Foley, 250 at bats. He'll go up against Bob. May the force be with you. 2 outs. Force will pitch to Foley. That's a 1-5. That's at the park. Veteran Stadium says 2-5. That's a ball hit to right field. That is a 5, and that's going to be a triple for Tom Foley. Foley hits it to the deepest part of the park at Veteran Stadium, and Foley will go to third. 2-out triple by Foley. He'll hold there. And that gives the Phillies a chance with Jeff Stone. So Veteran Stadium helps him out. 2 outs still. Stratz says a 16, nothing happening. Force will go ahead and pitch. And that is a 5-5. Strikeout chance 11. Got him. Struck out Stone. And the inning ends there. No runs and a hit for the Phillies. 3-1 after 5. Force was pitched a complete game the day before, but I know this isn't a strict replay. No, it's not. Not a strict replay. I have no idea what the players did before them, but, you know, I have no idea what the players did before them, and I'm not going that deep. It is relief anyway, so, you know, tomfoolery. Yep, exactly. Top of the 6th inning, Phillies need a pitcher. Leading off for the Cardinals is Cesar Cedano. Phillies need a pitcher here. Let's see who they're going to bring up. You got right and you got switch. Right and you got switch. I think we'll bring in a right-hander. And the Phillies are going to bring in Kent Keough. He had 61 relief appearances, so makes sense. Kent Keough will come on to pitch against Cedano. Top of the 6th inning. Keough will pitch, and that's a 1-6 hit by pitch. The 11 got him. He plunked him. Cedano has an 11 as a 7. Keough has a 7. That's 14, and he plunks Cedano. He will give you hit batter, and he will go to first. Phillies pitching being a little bit erratic today. And here's Terry Pendleton. Keough was a Pirate next year. At least I think he used to be a Pirate. Keough's now a Philly in 85. Cedano is on first. Infield halfway. Pendleton is the batter. Stratz has a 17. Nothing happening. Keough will pitch. That's a 6-2. Error on a throw. Pendleton will swing. 4-2. That's a ground ball to short. There will be that's a ground ball to short. The ball is hit to Luis Aguayo. His error rating is a 12. That's a 3, and it's going to be an error on the throw. They're trying for the double play, so the throw would have went to second. So the throw goes to second. Samuel's range is a 4. Does he prevent the ball from getting past him? Yes, he does. He takes him off the bag, but Cedano is safe, as so is Pendleton. That is an E6. And that is the second error on the Phillies. So Aguayo's made an error and Keough has made an error. So runners at first and second, as a bad throw by Aguayo, it took Samuel off the bag, but luckily he kept it from going into the outfield. So runners at first and second, nobody out. And the Cardinals are in business, and here is Ozzie Smith. That's the second error on the Phils. There were no errors in the actual game. We've got 2 here. Infield still halfway. And that is a 4. Let's see here. Nothing happening. Keough will pitch to Smith. Keough, 2-4. Home run, question mark. Smith is hitting from the left side. A 1-16, that's a 12, it clears. Against a righty, though, Smith is a 0. So there's no chance of a home run there. But Smith does get to swing, and that is a 1-6. It's a star 1, and it's a ground ball to third. Ground ball to first. It's a grounder to first. Smith's double play rating is a 2. -1 from Keough is a 1. Halfway is a 2. Shortstop, Aguayo has no adjustment. A 1-2, the Phillies turn a double play, and they do not. Cedano goes to third. Pendleton is out at second, even though his base running rating is a 3, but it's reduced by 1 when the infield is halfway. So Smith gets to first, and there's 1 out. So it goes as a fielder's choice. Runners at the corners for Tom Nieto. Nieto has a pretty good double play rating. Phillies are going to play for the double play. Keough will pitch to Nieto. Runners at the corners. Infield still halfway. Keough was Quisenberry before there was a Quisenberry. That is correct there, Dave. 100% right. Strat roll says a 19. Ooh. No, I don't think Nieto will bunt here. I think he'll swing away. Runners at first and third. Keough will pitch. That's a 3-2. Range play. Nieto gets the swing. 2-5. That's a ground ball to first. The ball is hit to Schmidt. Schmidt's range is a 3, but the infield is halfway, so it's a 2. So a 1-2. Does Schmidt make the play? No, he doesn't. It gets past him as a single or a double. That's going to be a single for Tom Nieto. Cedano will come in to score. Ozzie Smith's base running rating is a 4. And a G3 now becomes an S9. A +2 to get the third. It's a 6. And the right fielder Wilson -1 is a 5. A 1-5, Smith makes it. 6, someone's out. That is a 4. He will make it to third. And Nieto safe at first. That is a single. It's an RBI base hit. 4-1 Cardinals. And we'll see a pinch hitter as Bob Force is due to bat. Pinch hitter coming up against Keough. Going to go by the most at bats, and that's going to be Daryl Porter. Daryl Porter, 240 at bats. He will pinch hit with runners at first and third. 4-1 Cardinals. And Keough here, this is probably going to be his last batter. He will pitch to Porter. Infield still halfway. They're still going to try to get two, but the Phillies right now are not having a good night on the pen. Can the batter reach second? No. Smith on at third. Nieto on at first. Keough, am I rolling a strat? Yes, I am. Strat says a 15, nothing happening. Keough will pitch. That's a 1-6. Hit by pitch. Too high. Porter gets the swing. 1-3. And against a righty, double into left field for Porter. Pinch hit double. Smith comes in to score. Nieto, his base running rating is a 2. On a double to left field, -1 to get to home is a 1. Left fielder Stone +1 is a 2. A 1-2, Nieto scores. 3-5 he holds. 6, somebody's out. And that is a 3. He will hold at third. Nieto stays at third, but an RBI double by Porter. It's now 5-1 Cardinals. And that's going to be it for Keough. As the Phillies are getting roughed up here in the game. The batter will be Vince Coleman. Phillies will have to go to the bullpen again. Still 1 out. Switch coming up. Think they'll go with a righty. And coming on to pitch for the Phillies will be Dave Shippenoff. 1 win, 2 losses, 3 saves, 3.22 ERA. Dave Shippenoff will pitch to Vince Coleman. Still here on the top of the 6th and still 1 out. Only 1 out. Coleman is 1 for 3. Am I still rolling the strat? The infield is now going to play in. And that is a 12, nothing happening. Shippenoff will pitch to Coleman. And that is a leaner. I'll re-roll it. 4-1 against the lefty switch. That's a blank. Coleman will swing. 2-1. That's a ball hit to right field. That is a 14. And against a righty, it's a triple for Vince Coleman. Coleman will clear the bases on a triple. Nieto comes in to score. Porter comes in to score. 7-1 Cardinals. As they are putting the rump on the Phillies in this game. Vince Coleman, bases clearing triple. And the batter now is Willie McGee. Coleman on at third. The infield is still going to be, the infield now is going to be back. Coleman's base running speed is a 5. There's really almost no chance to nail him. Down 7-1, the Phillies just want to get some outs. Rolling a strat. That's an 18, nothing happening. Shippenoff will pitch. 1-2 against the lefty switch. That's an automatic out. It's going to be a star 1 and a fly out to center. Now that's out number 2. McGee's sacrifice fly rating is a 2, and Coleman will score. He will score without a throw. He comes in on the sacrifice. And the Cardinals now lead it 8-1. There were a total of 9 runs in this game historically. Well, we got the 9 runs, just not the way we expected it. Here's Tommy Herr. Midlife Crisis joins us here at Veteran Stadium. I am sorry I did not see you there, Midlife Crisis. My bad. I always like, anytime somebody enters the chat, I always like to let the rest of the chat know who's here. Here's Tommy Herr. Dave's shipping off. He will pitch. That's a 3-4. Error on a grounder. Kerr will swing 4-4. That's a star one. That's a fly out to center, and that will end the inning. 5 runs for the Cardinals on 2 hits, on only 2 hits, an error. I'm sorry, 3 hits. My bad. That was a double. I didn't mark it down. 3 hits. 5 runs on 3 hits. A sacrifice fly. 1 big triple there by Coleman. We go to the bottom of the 6th. As the Cardinals are fully in control. Juan Samwell leads off for the Phillies. Cardinals will go to the bullpen. Probably go with it's right, left, right coming up. So I think they'll bring in a righty. And coming on to pitch. I think with a 7-run lead, I think you bring in somebody that can actually eat up some innings. They're going to bring in Doug Bear. 2 wins, no losses, a 6.00 ERA. Doug Bear came in from a trade from Detroit. That's why he's in the Tiger uniform. So Juan Samwell, he will lead off the Phillies here in the bottom of the 6th. Bear with the pitch. 2-2, strikeout chance. 15, too high. Samwell gets the swing. 5-1, and he grounds it right back to Bear. Out number 1. Next up is Von Hayes. Bear with the pitch. That's a 3-4. That's at the park. Veteran Stadium says 1-5. That's going to be a base hit to left. Single to left for Hayes. That's his 3rd hit of the game. Hayes is 3 for 3. So a nice base hit by Hayes. That will bring up the Michael Jack Schmidt. 1 out, infield halfway. Rolling a strat. That's a 5. Hayes, you're not going to do no hit and runs or anything like that. Plus, they're down by 7 runs, so now runners are safe for the Phillies. Bear with the pitch. 6-4. That's a blank. Schmidt gets the swing. 2-5. That's a base hit to right field. That is a single. Hayes will stop at second automatically as the Phillies are not testing any arms. As they need base runners, they will hold. Single for Schmidt. The batter now is Glenn Wilson. I usually call runners safe, but if there is a chance to score, I usually make a call on that. Runners at first and second now. Here's Wilson. Bear is the batter. Infield is still halfway. No strat, but there is pickoff. And that is an 11. Nothing happening. Bear will pitch to Wilson. That's a 4-2. Wild pitch, and yep, that's a 2, and that is a wild one. Bear throws that to the backstop. The runners advance 1 base. And now runners at second and third with Wilson at the plate. Infield now goes back, rolling for a pickoff chance. There is none. Bear will pitch to Wilson. And that is a 3-3. That's a blank. Wilson will swing 1-3 against a righty. Base hit past first. It's a single for Wilson. Hayes does come in to score. Mike Schmidt base running rating is a 3. It's a ball hit. It's a ball hit to first. And it needs to be a 4. He wouldn't make it. He wouldn't score anyway. So he has to hold the third anyway. But it's now 8-2. As Wilson gets a base hit for the Phillies. A run does come in. Runners at first and third for Ozzie Virgil. Infield now goes back to halfway. They talk to Bear on the mound, see if he can calm him down a little bit. But now it's 8-2. Runners are still running safe. I am rolling for pickoff, and that's a 5, nothing happening. Bear will pitch to Virgil. That's a 6-2, and against a righty, strikeout chance, 11, got him, struck him out. Virgil has an 11, plus 1 is a 12, and he struck out Virgil. That's a big K from Bear, 2 outs. Infield now goes back. Here's Luis Aguayo. Aguayo is 0 for 2. Bear sets in there, ready to pitch to Aguayo with 2 outs. Rolling for pickoff, and not happening. Bear will pitch. And that is a 1-4. That's a blank. Aguayo gets to swing. 3-6, ground ball to short. That's picked up there easily by Smith. He throws to second to get Wilson, and the inning ends there. 1 run for the Phillies. 1 run for the Phillies on 3 hits. And at the end of 6, it's 8-2 Cardinals. We go to the top of the 7th inning. Leading off for the Redbirds is Jack Clark. Clark is 1 for 3 in the top of the 7th. Shippenoff is going to pitch to Clark. He has a few batters he can face. Pitch from Shippenoff. 3-6. That's a walk chance. The 14 is good enough. Clark will walk. He walks the leadoff batter. There was a reason why the Cardinals did go to the World Series in '85. This team was good. The next batter is Cesar Cedano. He will hit. Infield goes to halfway. There is a pickoff chance, a balk chance really, nothing happening there. Shippenoff will pitch to Cedano. Cedano is 0 for 2, but he's been hit by a pitch. Pitch from Shippenoff. 6-3, strikeout chance. 15 is high. Cedano gets the swing. 1-2, and that's a line out to first. Do we have a double play? That is a 3, and yes, we do. Line out to first. Unassisted play by Schmidt. Tags the bag. Clark is out. 2 down. L3 unassisted. Cedano lined it right to Schmidt, and he took it himself and got to the bag first. 2 outs now for Pendleton. Infield back to normal. Shippenoff. 6-2 against a lefty switch. That's a walk chance, and that walk is good. Pendleton will walk. Shippenoff gives up his second walk of the inning and gives a chance to Ozzie Smith. 2 outs. Shippenoff will pitch to Smith. He is tired, but they're going to see if they can finish the inning out. He is due to bat second. Shippenoff will pitch. 4-5. And that is a strikeout chance. 7, too high. Smith gets the swing. That's a 4-4, and that's going to be a base hit past second base. Pendleton's base running rating is a 3, with 2 outs is a 4. Single second, all you need is a 3. Pendleton will make it to third. Smith holds it first. That's the first hit of the game by Smith, although he's been on base twice. So now it's his 3rd time up on base. The batter is Nieto. Still 2 outs. Shippenoff is still going to try to do it. Nieto on the mat at the plate. Runners at the corners. 8-2. Not looking good for the Phillies tonight. Balk chance. Not happening. Shipping off will pitch. That's a 5-3. It's a blank. Nieto gets the swing. 5-1. Star one, a fly out to center, and that will end the inning. No runs and a hit for the Cardinals, and they are in control. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Cardinals lead 8-2. Sing your take me out to the ball game. I will be right back. What have we got coming up on Inside Pitch tomorrow? Well, we've got Game 5 of the 2020 World Series between the Rays and the Dodgers. The Rays lead the series 3-1 as the Rays pretty much crushed LA this morning. But in order for Tampa Bay to win it, they're going to have to beat Kershaw. It'll be Kershaw versus Glasnow for Game 5 of the World Series tomorrow morning. And for Inside Pitch 1985 tomorrow, we're going back to Fenway Park. The Detroit Tigers take on the Boston Red Sox. So for all you Red Sox fans out there, make sure you join in for that and let the other Red Sox fans know that they are on the board. So Detroit at Boston, tomorrow night's game on Inside Pitch 85 pennant race. And of course, we got 10-minute ticker coming up after this game. Bottom half of the 7th. Cardinals all over the Phillies, 8-2. Doug Bear is going to start the inning. And leading off for the Phillies will be Keough. We'll see if Bear can have a better inning here. He'll pitch to Keough. Bear's pitch 2-1. That's a range play. Keough gets the swing 5-4. That's a fly ball to center. The ball is hit to McGee. His range is a 3. And he makes the catch. Out number 1. Nice play by Willie McGee. Pinch hitter coming up for shipping off. He is done for the Phillies. Phillies will send up a pinch hitter, and it will be Gary Maddox. 218 at bats. Gary Maddox will pinch it against Bear. Bear with the pitch. And that's a 2-5. Strikeout chance. 15 is high. Maddox will swing. 4-2. Base hit into center field. Pinch hit single for Maddox. And the batter will be Jeff Stone. And they're going to take Bear out. They're not going to take any more chances. He did what he could there. The Cardinals are not going to play it any further. They know they need to win the game. You got left-right coming up. And coming on to pitch for the Cardinals, even though Bear was due to lead off, they're going to go with Ken Daly. 4 wins, 4 losses, 11 saves, 2.76 ERA. Ken Daly will pitch to Jeff Stone with 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. No strat roll. Phillies are still playing runners safe. Daly's pitch, 3-4. That's a blank. He's not tired. Jeff Stone, 4-4. Fly ball to left field. Out number 2. Two outs now, and the batter is Samwell. Daly will pitch to Samwell. And that is a 5-6. That's at the park. Veteran Stadium says 6-4, and that's a home run to the opposite field. Samwell against the lefty is a 10. That is a 16. It is too high, and that is hit to the opposite field, which means that's just going to be a fly out to right, and the inning ends there. Oh, Samuel almost hit a 2-run jack, but just couldn't clear it. Side retired. At the end of 7, 8-2 Cardinals. No runs and a hit for the Phillies. Top of the 8th coming up. Ken Daly due to bat. They'll pull him, and the Cardinals will go to the bench. Coming on to pinch hit for the Redbirds will be Tito Landrum, 161 at bats. Phillies do need a pitcher, and pretty much seeing the writing on the wall for the game. And coming on to pitch for the Phillies will be Dave Stewart, traded from Texas late in the year. No wins, 6 losses, 4 saves, a 5.46 ERA. Dave Stewart before he became the Dave Stewart. So Dave Stewart will pitch against Tito Landrum here in the top of the 8th inning. Stewart will pitch, and that's a 4-2. And against a righty, that's a home run check. Landrum against a righty is a 12. That's a 3, and that is gone. Tito Landrum pinch hit home run right off of Dave Stewart, who comes right in. And the first pitch he gives is a meatball. Landrum puts all the tomato sauce on it and turns it into lasagna. It is gone. Home run, Tito Landrum. And it is now 9-2 Cardinals. Pinch hit bomb. And that will bring up Vince Coleman as Dave Stewart comes in and gives up the home run just like that. Here's Coleman, 9-2 now. Stewart will brush it off. He will pitch. And that is a 5-6. That's a range play. Coleman gets the swing. 4-6. Pops it up to short. That ball is hit to Aguayo. His range is a 3. And he's not going to be able to get it. It falls just out of his reach in shallow left center. Coleman is going to be safe at first. Single for Coleman, and he's now 3 for 5. Here's Willie McGee. McGee is 2 for 4. Infield goes halfway. Will Coleman try to steal anyway? Up by 7 runs. That's an unwritten rule. That's a 5. You know what? You're up by 7 runs. This is not the playoffs. Coleman will stay where he's at. Stewart will pitch to McGee. And that's a 5-1 against the lefty switch. That's a walk chance. The 6 is good. He walks McGee, and Coleman didn't have to steal. Runners at first and second. Nobody out here in the top of the 8th. And now here's Tommy Herr. And the bullpen again getting ready for the Phillies. Doesn't look like Stewart's going to last long. Infield still halfway. There is a strat roll for pickoff, though. And that's a 3 and nothing happening. And I'm not going to have Coleman steal third. It's just not necessary. Stewart will go ahead and pitch. That's a 5-5. That's a walk plus 10. And yep, the bases are loaded. So Dave Stewart comes in here and gives up a home run, a single, and 2 walks. And that's it for him. So the Dave Stewart experiment didn't exactly work out the way the Phillies wanted it to. The batter is Jack Clark. Still nobody out. Coming on to pitch now for the Phillies will be Charles Hudson. 8 wins, 13 losses, 3.78 ERA. Hudson is the 5th pitcher for the Phillies. Bases loaded, infield still playing halfway. Phillies just really now just know this game is pretty much in the books. They just want to try to get it done. Bases loaded, Hudson will pitch to Clark. And I am rolling for pickoff. That's a 16, nothing happening. Actually, I forget there really is no strat roll, so Coleman wouldn't have went anyway. So Hudson will pitch. And that's a 1-5. That's a blank. Clark gets the swing. 2-6. And that's going to be a star 3 and a fly out to right. Now that's out number 1. Clark sacrifice fly rating is a 2. It will not get Coleman in automatically. Coleman will try himself. His base running rating is a 5. It's a fly ball to right field. Wilson -1 is a 4. So a 1-4, Coleman scores. 5 he holds. 6, somebody's out. That is a 2, and he'll score easily. And it is now a 10-2 Cardinal lead. As we had a blowout this morning in my World Series game, now I'm having a blowout here in the 85 game. 10-2 Cardinals. I know Bob B will enjoy watching this game. Still 1 out. Runners stay at first and second. As the runner does come in to score. Here's Cesar Cedano. Infield still staying halfway. Hudson with the pitch. 4-4. Error on a grounder. Cedano gets the swing. 6-2. And that is a base hit to third. That is a base hit past third base. There is no error on a grounder on an S reading. So that's just going to be a base hit. McGee's base running rating is a 5. And on a single pass third, yes, he will score. McGee comes in to score. Herr will not be able to make third base with a base running rating of 3. So he holds at second. Cedano has a big base hit. And another run comes in for the Cardinals. And it is now 11-2. And runners still at first and second. Sorry for the blowout, guys. Sometimes we get that kind of game. 11-2 Cardinals. Runners at first and second. Here's Terry Pendleton. As right now, no Philly pitcher can do any good right now. Pendleton is yet to join the hit parade. He has 2 walks and reached base on an error. Pendleton does not have a hit. No pickoff chance. Hudson will pitch. 1-2. Against the lefty switch, it's a blank. Pendleton will swing. 2-4. Base hit past third. Single. Herr's base running rating is a 3. And in order to get to home, he will not make it. He will hold at third. And the hits just keep on coming. Bases loaded. That's the first hit for Pendleton. And now the only one that hasn't reached the hit, A hit parade is her. The bases are loaded for Ozzie Smith. The fans here at Veterans Stadium have pretty much left the ballpark. As Steeler fan is saying, bring on the ticker, but we're not done yet. 11-2 Cardinals. Well, actually, we are done. We're just trying to see how the game goes. Bases loaded for Ozzie Smith. Infield still halfway. Pickoff chance, none. Hudson will pitch. That's a 6-6 against the lefty switch. It's a blank. Smith gets to swing. 6-2. That's a fly ball to right. Now that's out number 2. Does Smith get the sacrifice fly automatically? Yes, he does on a 1. Her will score. Smith brings in the run. 2 outs. And now 12-2. So for all you Cardinal fans out there, I know you're enjoying this one. 2 outs, now 12-2 Cardinals. Bases still running first and second. And here's Tom Nieto. Nieto is 1 for 4. They're going to keep Hudson out there and probably take one for the team. So I should roll Strat, see if there's a pickoff. None. Hudson will pitch. That's a 3-3. Strikeout chance, 2. Got him. Struck out Nieto, and the inning ends. The Cardinals send 9 to the plate. 3 runs. I'm sorry, no, 4 runs. 4 runs. 4 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4 hits, 2 walks, and a couple of sacrifice flies. Bottom of the 8th coming up. 12-2 Birds. Leading off for the Phillies will be Von Hayes. He's 3 for 3. He's really been the only bright spot for the Phillies in this game. Cardinals are going to go to the bullpen. They'll probably bring in somebody that doesn't get much play. And you got, what do you got? You got left, right, right. And they're going to go with, well, might as well. They'll go with Todd Worrell. 3 wins, no losses, 5 saves, a 2.91 ERA. He only had 17 relief appearances. But Todd Worrell will come out to pitch. He is the 6th Cardinal pitcher to be used. Von Hayes leads off for the Phillies. Bottom of the 8th. Worrell with the pitch. 5-6. Error on a grounder. Hayes will swing. 1-3. Single past second base. It's a base hit. And Hayes will hold at first base on a leadoff single. Hayes has been the bright spot. 3 singles and a double. Von Hayes is 4 for 4. So he's doing everything he can. Next batter is the Michael Jack Schmidt. He is 1 for 3. Hit by pitched and got a single. Infield goes half. No strat roll. Phillies are still running safe. Worrell with the pitch, 4-3, strikeout chance, 19 is high. Schmidt will pitch, will swing, 3-1, base hit to left, that's a single. Hayes will hold at second, automatically on a runner safe. Schmidt gets another hit. Runners at first and second now for Glenn Wilson. Can the Phillies pull off a 10-run comeback? Well, this is the 3rd batter Todd Worrell's facing. Todd Worrell comes in and gives up 2 base hits. Here's Glenn Wilson. No strat, Worrell will pitch. That's a 2-5. Range play. Wilson gets to swing, 3-3, and he pops it to third. The ball is at the Pendleton. His range is a 5. He's got it. Out number 1. So it's a pop out to third for the first out. And here's Ozzie Virgil. Runners at first and second still. Worrell with the pitch, 4-4. That's a home run chance. Virgil against the righty is an 18. That is a 5, and that is a kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep to center field, and it is gone. Ozzie Virgil, 3-run jack. 3-run home run, and the comeback is on. Here comes the rally. Three-run jack by Virgil, and the score is now 12-5. And the next batter is Luis Aguayo. Worrell will pitch to him. 3-run jack. Infield now back to normal. Still only one out here in the bottom of the 8th. Worrell will pitch. That's a 6-1. That's a double question mark. Aguayo's a righty. 1-7 automatic out. That's a 5, and that's exactly what it is. And it's going to be a ground out to second. Out number 2. The batter now is Rick Keough. Worrell has now faced his 5 batters. He is due to bat first. The Cardinals are going to try to keep him out there and finish this inning out, even though he gave up the homer. Todd Worrell will pitch to Keough. That's a 2-5. That's a range play. Keough gets the swing. 1-2. That's a ground ball to short. It's hit to Smith. His range is a 4. And he's got it. Throws to first. Side retired. Phillies pick up 3 runs on 3 hits. A 3-run jack by Ozzie Virgil. After 8, 12-5 Redbirds. We go to the top of the 9th. Charles Hudson is due to bat first. The Phillies will go to the bench. I'm sorry, the Cardinal. I'm sorry, what am I talking about? Hudson, the Philly. I'm sorry. Worrell is due to bat first. So the Cardinals will go to the bench. So that's it for Worrell. We'll see a pinch hitter for the Cardinals. And it can be anybody. Since it's 9th inning or later, and the Cardinals are going to use bring in Brian Harper, 250 average. Brian Harper will pinch hit against Charles Hudson, and Hudson, they're going to take him out. Phillies will go to the bullpen as well. Right switch coming up. Let's see who the Phillies want to bring out. And they will go with they're going to go with Larry Anderson. 3 wins, 3 losses, 3 saves, a 4.32 ERA. Larry Anderson will pitch to Brian Harper. Top of the 9th inning, 12-5 Cardinals. Anderson's pitch, 5-1, range play. Harper will swing, 2-2. Ground ball to first, the ball is hit to Schmidt. His range is a 3. He's got it, and he'll throw to Anderson covering the bag, out number 1. That will bring up Vince Coleman. Anderson will pitch, and that's a 6-5. And against the lefty switch, that's a blank. Coleman will swing, 5-6. And against the righty, he flies out to right. And that is out number 2. And now Willie McGee. McGee is 2 for 4, 2 singles. He walked once. Anderson will pitch to McGee. And that's a 5-1. That's a range play. McGee will swing 3-1. That's a base hit to second base. But it's a range play. Samwell has a range of a 4. And he'll make the play. Takes the hit away from McGee. He will throw to first and get the out. A 1-2-3 inning for Anderson. Will we see some ninth inning magic? We go to the bottom of the ninth inning. The Phillies are down by 7 runs. But it has happened before where I had 7 runs scored in an inning. At least a couple of times it's happened. Larry Anderson's due to lead off for the Phillies. Cardinals will bring in a pitcher. And the Cardinals are not going to be stupid. They'll bring in Jeff Lottie. 5 wins, 2 losses, 19 saves, a 1.84 ERA. Not a save situation, but get this game done. You never know. Larry Anderson comes out. The Phillies will go to the bench, and they can bring in anybody they want. As I'm checking at the leadoff batter, there's going to be Greg Gross with a 260 average. Jeff Lottie against Greg Gross. Bottom of the ninth inning, 12-5 Cardinals. Lottie will pitch. That's a 6-6 error on a throw. Gross will swing 3-3. It's a ground ball to short. The ball is hit. The ball is hit to Smith. His error rating is a 4. That's a 15. Not a problem. Throws to first, out number 1. As Gross goes down. Top of the order, here's Jeff Stone. Stone is 0 for 4. 1 out. Lottie will pitch. That's a 5-2. Strikeout chance. 14 is barely too high. Stone gets the swing. That's a 2-2, and it's a ground ball to short. Easily picked up there by Smith. Throws to first, out number 2. And next up is Juan Samwell. Samwell is 0 for 4. He's not had a good game. 2 outs. Lottie looking to shut it down. Could we have a 1-2-3 inning here at RJL 518? Lottie will pitch. That's a 5-1. Hit by pitch. 18 too high. Samwell gets the swing. 2-4. And it's a star 5. It's a ground ball to second base. Up with it is her. Pumps once, pumps twice. Throws to first. That's your game. Cardinals destroy the Phillies tonight, 12-5. Yes, that rare occurrence of a 1-2-3 inning here at RJL 518 in the ninth. Doesn't happen often, but that's what you got today. Final line score coming up, and then 10-minute ticker. For the Cardinals, 12 runs on 12 hits, no errors. For the Phillies, 5 runs, 10 hits, and 2 errors. Bill Campbell actually gets the win in relief. Keough unfortunately did not get enough innings to get in there. So Bill Campbell gets the win, and Dave Rucker picks up the loss, and there is no save. As the Cardinals blow the Phillies away, 12-5 tonight. Timeout for 10-minute ticker. The 10-minute ticker is brought to you by FastScore Baseball. I put a link into Replay Baseball where FastScore comes from. So for anybody interested in the system, which we are now using, you can check it out on the link. FastScore Baseball brought to you by Replay Baseball. And of course, I will go ahead and advertise them. Cardinals go ahead and crush the Phillies 12-5. They get the win. Let's see how the rest of the baseball action comes here at FastScore. First up, we got Milwaukee at Baltimore. The Brewers are a 10. And that is 62. That's a good start at 7 runs. Baltimore has a 14, though. And that is 25. And of the 14, that's not going to be enough. 7-4 win for the Brewers. California taking on the White Sox. A 7 for the Angels. That's 42. And they have 4 runs. They're taking on the White Sox. Seaver was pitching that game. And that's an 8. They roll a 43. And that's 4 runs. So we have extra innings. The California Angels have a 2 for a clutch. That's 5 plus 2 is 7. The White Sox have a 0 for a clutch. The best they can do is 6. We already know the Angels will win it, and they will get the win 5-4 over the White Sox. Yankees taking on Detroit. It was Joe Negro pitching this game. Yankees have a 12. Yankees have a 12, 52, and that's 6 runs. Detroit has a 10, and that's 65, and that is 9 runs. Oh, Detroit outscores the Yankees 9-6. Seattle taking on the Royals. Seattle has a 3, that's 16, and that's only going to be 1 run. Kansas City has 13. And that's 54. They'll win that one easily 7-1. Cincinnati taking on Atlanta. I know Philip Reynolds will be interested in this. The Reds, however, have an 18. That's a 62. That's a great number to have with an 18. That's 9 runs. Atlanta only a 6. And that's 16. And that's only 1. So the Reds beat the Braves 9-1. Houston taking on the Dodgers. I know Steeler fan watching this one. The Astros, however, only with a 3. That is a 35, and they get 3 runs. The Dodgers, however, have a 10 with Bob Welch, and that is 46, and the Dodgers will win that game 5-3. As Steeler fan, I'm sure will say rigged. Pittsburgh taking on Montreal. Pirates have a 3. That is 52. That's pretty good, actually. That's 4 runs for the Pirates. Montreal has a 10, though. And that's 32 on a 10. That's 3 runs. It's not enough. The Pirates beat the Expos. Cubs taking on my Mets. The Cubs have a 6. That's 66. Wow, what a roll. That's 9 runs for the Cubs. That's the best roll they could have gotten. Mets have a 15, but I need a high roll in order to win it. That's 43, and that is going to be too short. The Cubs will beat the Mets 9-6. Cubs couldn't have gotten a better roll on a 6. Rigged. Padres taking on the Giants. Padres have an 8. And that is 53, and that is 5 runs. The Giants have a 1, kind of difficult, but they can get a high roll. 31, nope, that's only going to be 2. So the Padres beat the Giants 3-2. Now moving on to September 20th. Yankees taking on the Orioles. Yankees have a 16. And that is a 12, not a good roll at all. They have a 16, and they roll a 12 on a 16. It only gives them 1 run. Baltimore with a 9. They get a 66. They crush them 10-1 Baltimore. The better team loses this one. Detroit taking on Boston. A chance for both these teams. We got this game tomorrow, Detroit and the Red Sox. Detroit has a 12. That's 42. And a 12, that's going to be 5 runs. The Red Sox have a 9. That's 14. They're not going to win that one. Detroit will beat the Red Sox 5-1. Cleveland taking on California. The Indians have a 10. That's 63. Great roll. That's 7. Angels have a 13, though. They get a 43, and that is 5. And the Cleveland Indians will beat the Angels. Oakland taking on the White Sox. Important series for both teams. Oakland with a 14. Oakland with a 14, 52. And that is going to be 6 runs for the A's. White Sox have a 17, though. That's 41, and it's 6 runs. We got a tie game. Going to clutch. Oakland has a clutch rating of 0. Their roll is a 4. Chicago has a rating of 0. Their roll is a 6. White Sox will win that game. It'll be a 7-6 win for the White Sox. Minnesota taking on the Royals. Minnesota with a 4. And that is 24. And that is going to be 2 runs. The Royals have a 4. They roll a 65. They will win the game with 7. They beat the Twins 7-5. Minnesota, by the way, I should state, Minnesota's magic number to clinch the American League West was a 9. It will stay right there with, I believe, a loss. With a loss there. Or it might have moved down to an 8 since they didn't play, but their magic number is 9. Dodger magic number to win the National League West is 5. Well, was 5 at the start of the day of today's play. Seattle taking on Texas. Seattle has a 19. That's 33, and that's going to be 5 runs. Rangers have a 3. That's 22, and that's 1 run. Seattle beats the Rangers. Milwaukee taking on Toronto. The Brewers have a 4, and that is 42, and that's 3 runs. Blue Jays have a 16 with Jimmy Keough on the mound, 26, and that's going to beat them. That's a 4-3 win for the Blue Jays. Cincinnati taking on Houston. Brandon Baker and Phillip Reynolds going up against Steeler fan. The Reds have a 9. That's a 51. That's a good roll. That's 5 runs. The Astros have an 11. And that's 66. The Astros get 10 runs. They will beat the Reds. Astros win. Pittsburgh taking on the Mets. The Mets kind of play the Pirates, and they need to beat this team good. Pirates have a 4. They get a good roll, 56 on a 4, and that is 5 runs. The Mets have a 3. That's 33, and that's not going to be good enough. The Mets are going to lose to the Pirates 5-2. My Mets have now lost both games today. Chicago Cubs against the Phillies. Cubs with a 10. That's 25, and that is 3 runs for the Cubs. Philadelphia taking on Philadelphia with a 6, and that's a 45, and they will get the win there 4-3. Atlanta taking on the Padres. A 6 for the Atlanta Braves. 662. That's a good roll. 6 runs for the Braves. Padres have a 10. 56 on a 10, and that's going to be 6 runs for the Padres, extra innings. Atlanta has a 1 clutch. That's 2. That'll be a 2 for Atlanta. And the Padres have a 0 clutch. They get a 5. They still win it, and it will be a 7-6 win for the Padres. Dodgers taking on the Giants. The Dodgers have an 8. And that is an 11. Ugh. Worst roll you can get, that's a 0. Giants have a 0, though, but any roll should be better than that. 24 it is, and they win that game 1-0. As Roger Mason shuts out Fernando Valenzuela. Montreal against the Cardinals. The Expos have a 4. 65, a great roll. That is 7 for the Expos, but the Cardinals have a 12. That's 43, and that's going to be a 5 for the Cardinals as the Expos will beat them today. That's your 10-minute ticker for the night. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. And tomorrow we will have the Detroit Tigers taking on the Boston Red Sox. It'll be Walt Terrell versus Jeff Sellers. Steeler fan, Brandon Baker, Philip Reynolds, Baseball Demos, Midlife Crisis, Bob's Tabletop Sports, Tim Pepper, thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out through the turnstiles. Be most appreciated. Subscribe if you've not done so. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong, and we see you guys tomorrow for more baseball. Cardinals crush the Phillies tonight, 12-5. Take care, everyone. See you tomorrow.